There's nothing quite like a bowl of homemade soup on a chilly evening. It warms you from the inside out. It's a hug in a mug. This chickpea and veggie soup is simple, hearty and delicious. It's perfect for a family dinner or a cozy night in. You will need 1 tablespoon of olive oil, which will serve as the base for sautéing our vegetables. Next, you'll need 1 chopped onion. Onions add a wonderful depth of flavor to the dish. Additionally, you'll need 2 chopped carrots. Carrots bring a subtle sweetness and vibrant color to the mix. Don't forget 2 chopped celery stalks. Celery adds a nice crunch and a hint of earthiness. You'll also need 2 cloves of minced garlic. Garlic infuses the dish with a rich aromatic flavor. For spices, gather 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. Cumin adds a warm, earthy note. You'll also need half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. This spice gives a smoky depth to the dish. If you like a bit of heat, add a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, but this is optional. Next, you'll need 4 cups of vegetable broth. This will be the base liquid for our soup. Add 1 14-ounce can of diced tomatoes, undrained. The tomatoes add acidity and richness. You'll also need 1 15-ounce can of chickpeas, rinsed and drained. Chickpeas add protein and texture. Finally, season with salt and pepper to taste and garnish with fresh chopped parsley for a burst of color and freshness. First, heat the olive oil in a large pot over medium heat. Make sure to use a good quality olive oil as it forms the base of our dish and adds a rich flavor. Allow the oil to warm up for a minute or 2 until it shimmers, indicating it's ready for the next ingredients. Add the onion, carrots and celery. These vegetables, often referred to as a mirepoix, are the holy trinity of flavor in many dishes. They provide a robust and aromatic base that enhances the overall taste of the soup. Stir them well to coat with the olive oil. Cook for 5 to 7 minutes until the vegetables are softened. This step is crucial as it helps to release the natural sugars in the vegetables, making them sweeter and more flavorful. Keep stirring occasionally to ensure even cooking and prevent any burning. Add the garlic, cumin, paprika, and cayenne pepper if you're using it. These spices add depth and a hint of warmth to the soup. Garlic in particular should be added at this stage to prevent it from burning and becoming bitter. Cook for 1 minute more, stirring constantly. This brief cooking time allows the spices to bloom, releasing their essential oils and enhancing their flavors. Be sure to keep stirring to avoid any sticking or burning. Next, pour in the vegetable broth and diced tomatoes. The broth adds a savory base while the tomatoes contribute acidity and a touch of sweetness. Stir everything together to combine the flavors, bring the mixture to a boil, then reduce heat and simmer for 15 minutes. This simmering time allows all the ingredients to meld together, creating a harmonious and rich flavor profile. Make sure to keep the pot partially covered to retain moisture. Stir in the chickpeas and season with salt and pepper to taste. Chickpeas add a hearty texture and protein to the soup, making it more filling and nutritious. Adjust the seasoning as needed to suit your taste preferences. Cook for 5 more minutes or until the chickpeas are heated through. This final cooking step ensures that the chickpeas are warmed and the flavors are well integrated. Serve hot and enjoy your delicious homemade chickpea vegetable soup. For a richer flavor, try roasting the vegetables before adding them to the soup. Roasting brings out the natural sweetness and adds a depth of flavor that you just can't get from boiling alone. The caramelization process enhances the taste, making your soup more robust and satisfying. Simply toss them with olive oil, salt and pepper. This basic seasoning helps to elevate the natural flavors of the vegetables. You can also add a touch of garlic powder or onion powder for an extra layer of taste. Then roast them in a preheated oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 200 degrees Celsius, for about 20 to 25 minutes. Make sure to spread the vegetables out in a single layer on the baking sheet to ensure even cooking. Stir them halfway through to get an even roast. You can also experiment with different herbs and spices. Fresh or dried, herbs can add a unique twist to your soup. Consider using oregano, basil, or even a pinch of red pepper flakes for a bit of heat. Try adding a bay leaf or a sprig of thyme while the soup simmers. These herbs infuse the soup with a subtle aromatic flavor that enhances the overall taste. Remember to remove the bay leaf before serving. Fresh rosemary would be delicious too. Its piney, slightly peppery flavor pairs wonderfully with roasted vegetables. Just a small sprig can make a big difference. Don't be afraid to get creative and find your own favorite combinations. This chickpea and veggie soup is hearty, flavorful, and oh so comforting. The chickpeas add a lovely creaminess, while the vegetables provide a delightful crunch. The aroma of cumin and paprika will fill your kitchen, making your tummy rumble in anticipation. Ladle the soup into bowls and garnish with fresh parsley. Serve it with crusty bread for dipping and enjoy the warmth of this simple, delicious meal.